and welcome to Fracture Space. So, what is a Fracture Space? Fracture Space is a team-based combat fought in gigantic capital ships. With the intensity of a shooter and the big picture thinking of a strategy game, Fracture Space is at the forefront of an exciting new frontier for the genre. So yeah, this game is not for the kids. With all the meta strategy involved, you need to think and not only shoot. While the combat is straightforward, your ship have your main guns, essentially with which you do most of the damage, and then each of the ships have its own special ability, like disable enemy or enemy engines or heal friendly target. You activate that ability with your right mouse button. Also, each ship have 3 extra abilities that are bind to 1, 2, 3, and those abilities range from rockets to some of the more exotic abilities like disarm enemy or maybe scan the region and stuff like that. Yeah, you can easily activate those abilities. Also, when you target the enemy ship, you can see which ability can be used. To protect against those abilities like rockets, fighters, bombers, you have your point defense system that you activate by pressing F key, and it lasts for 6 seconds or something like that, and you need to be careful when to activate it to do a lot of good to protect your ship or to protect your friendly ships also. It's really important to know when to activate which ability to help your team or yourself. And then we have the strategy level. In game, right now there are only 2 game modes, Conquest and Frontlines. But I normally only play the Conquest because it's the game mode that they made the game with in mind. So in Conquest, there are 5 sectors: ally base, enemy base, alpha, beta lanes, and gamma sector. At the beginning of the game, you jump to alpha or beta lane and you start pushing for the mining stations. And as you push that, you essentially try to get your points for the next upgrade. To upgrade your ship, you need to go back to the frontline base or to your ally base, back into the first sector that you start from. To capture the base, you just go into the bubble and wait few seconds and it will be captured. So what's the strategy in this game? Well, you need to capture this mining station to get levels up. But that's not all. You also need to protect your own frontline base, because if the enemy is able to capture your frontline base, the enemy will be able to jump to your essentially victory condition, your ally base, and then will be able to capture it. Don't worry, the ally base have the turrets that are able to defend the base, but you need to help it because they can destroy the generators that power those turrets. So be careful what you do. What also? Also, while you're defending your own lanes and your own base, you need to be pushing for their base, because you can't win with just defending. And after a while, there will be a gamma sector, that I said, the 5th sector. The gamma sector is not always online, but when it is, you essentially jump to gamma sector and try to capture the big station there, that if you're able to capture it, it gives you a big power boost into firepower and reduces the cooldowns and more engine power and everything that makes your ships better. And the problem is, the enemy also wants it, so you need to protect it at the same time as you capture it. So when you see the gamma timer go to 30 seconds, you want to jump there. So what is the strategy level of this game? Well, you always need to have your one eye on the minimap and see what's happening in the other lanes, not only your own. You need to know when to jump back home by pressing key 6 to jump back home, and then you immediately need to jump to, I don't know, Gamma sector, for example, or maybe go from Alpha lane to Beta lane, or maybe even go from Alpha lane to enemy base to try to capture it. Always stick together with at least one other ship and try to coordinate your attacks. Try to attack the same person. Always go for their first target is always their healer, and then you can essentially decide, oh, should we go for the guy that have the most damage done to us, or maybe there's only another Colossus or something like that, so you go for them. What else? Yeah, I recommend this game. This game is epic and really, really great to play currently. You can get it on Steam for, what is it, 10 euros with a Forerunner pack. But if you can wait for it, the game will be free to play when it comes out from the early access. And I really recommend you to, essentially, if you can wait, buy it now. If you can wait for it to be a little bit more polished and a little bit more content in it. By content, I mean more ships to play. Right now there are 22 ships, I think, and they're ranging from healer, support vessels, and stuff like that, to more of the exotic ships like Leviathan, that is have a big protective layer and have a big laser beam that can easily lower enemy health to nothing, but for that you need to have the good targeting system and good targeting eye. So yeah, guys, thanks for listening to me ramble about Fracture Space, and see you next time, guys. Freedom out.